Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. One of the big decks from the Hearthstone theorycrafting streams has been Naga Mage. I don't have any footage of myself playing Naga Mage, but I did meet it while playing that. I met Habugabu, and Habugabu was playing this list while I was playing Walk with some Murlocs. And yeah, it can get pretty sick. That game was quite phenomenal, you'll see in a while. So the idea of Naga Mage is that you have Spitelash Siren. After you play Naga, refresh 2 mana crystals, then switch to spell. So you have to play Naga, spell, Naga, spell, Naga, spell. And as long as your stuff is cheap enough, then, well, you're just going to have almost infinite mana, and you're going to play practically through your deck on turn 6 with this one. Then you play Nagas, you play spells, and if you happen to pick up like Commander Sivara, Belka, if you cast 3 spells while holding this, add those spells back to your hand, then you have even more spells, and then you have Amalgam of the Deep, which can make discoveries of more Nagas, and then you happen to discover more Sivaras, for example, and yeah, it just goes on, and it's really, really crazy. So let's take a look at what it's going to be like playing against the new meta Tyrant, Naga Mage, in action. It's Tidecaller into the Scavenger, into Rock Bottom. So we dredge the Sunken Scavenger. Something like that. Right? Naga. How scary is this? Any spell and it kills the Tidecaller. That's acceptable. I think the plan still stands. Not a mana burn because it doesn't get to keep the attack. Attack is just for 1 turn. Now I can do the Scavenger. Get the Sunken Scavenger into the deck. And now this one is challenging that Little Spear quite well here. Not a lot of options apart from going face, unless there's a 0-cost spell there. There was a 0-cost spell there. Look at that. How scared am I? Because if I'm scared, I could just rush these in. I don't feel scared. Not sure if I should. I'm still at 25. But we'll see. Next turn, Sunken Scavenger is coming. So...
Magic? Yeah, I've heard of it.
Unless they have another 0-cost spell here. They didn't, so... Sunken Scavenger time. Which means that I can trade there. I can trade there. I can hit face. And now we are at the same level of health. Mage has a lot of cards. But I have a lot of stuff on the board. Also have some buffs on this twin. So I have some rush abilities. How does the dredge mechanic feel? Hard to say because everything is so low power level here. Obviously it's a little slow. Once you will play against refined decks, I'm not sure if you have enough time to dredge stuff up. Here you have enough time, but that's only because the power level is so low. If Mage could have AoE, so I'd rather refresh my hand here. Now that I'm given the chance. Let's just draw stuff now. Get some face. Okay. Now they have almost infinite cards to be played. Because assuming most of the stuff is going to cost 2, they can just keep alternating between spells and Naga. I also built this archetype. And it is pretty tough sometimes. Because it can do some sick turns where you get to do a bunch of stuff like this. Because as long as most of the stuff costs 2, then you can just keep playing. This is pretty much of a best possible high roll, of course. And I think we lost this one now. And so that happened. Yeah, that's tough. But it happens sometimes. They already have another Siren in hand, so they can just do infinite stuff. I hope Naga Mage is a thing. Very much possible. I also envisioned this archetype. I didn't have time to fine-tune it, but I did predict that it's going to be a thing. But that's obviously the best possible high roll, because you needed to have the Commander and the Siren, both very early, in order for that to happen. So that's only going to happen in like 1 game out of 10 or something.
Just keep doing things until they die.
The Queen's power is beyond your comprehension.
And that was a super lucky discover, so yeah, I mean, that's just Hearthstone. No big deal. So this is a lost, but because of the rules we cannot concede.
Beauty is more than skill.
So, just Hearthstone as usual.
Power is beyond your comprehension.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.